Might be useful. I should turn my microphone on again. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Ninja Monkey Gaming. This is episode number 12. I am Joe the Widget Wilson, your host. And we are back. Did I give the wrong number?
Nope, episode 12.
It was episode 12.
Yep,
Good.
12.
That's what I thought. I'm not losing it too much. All right, we are back. We have a fun-filled episode for you guys tonight. Again, I am Joe the Widget Wilson, and I am joined by my fellow co-hosts. The man who is literally the definition of being a pole, Mr. Justin Blatecki, a.k.a. Nivosi.
Pole? I'm a pole? Oh.
I think a bean pole has more weight than you do, sir. And we are joined, as always, by the Debo himself, Mr. James Debo, a.k.a. Jam Evil.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the stream! Woo!
That was a little bit drawn out, but cool. All right, we are joined by our newest cast member himself, Mr. Chuck, the Mojo Man.
That's me. Oh, yeah. Asking this very question to all of you today. Why does the U.S. military not use tridents in war? That's what I want to know.
He has been stuck on tridents today. I don't know what the deal is with that. Leave it to Chuck. All right, guys. So, we got a lot to talk about. And, of course, World of Warships, always on our minds. We all play it. It's awesome, amazing. We gave out keys last night. Thank you, Wargaming, very much for that. Before I begin on the show, I want to complain to Wargaming.
Ooh.
Yeah, listen to me, Wargaming. This is talking to you guys. You know the real money currency that you need to buy extra slots and to actually sell one of my ships because I need 50 to get that stupid thing off of it so I can sell it to get more slots? I need that currency to test your game. I can't get extra slots. I can't sell half my ships. I need that currency. I always forget the name of it in World of Warships, whatever it's called.
Piasters. You can
expect
to
piasters.
see them soon. Hopefully we'll be getting a weekly allotment.
Yes.
Good. It's driving up a wall.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get into more World of Warships in a little bit. And again, I want to thank Ute and Wargaming for the keys we were able to give away last night and one before the show today. Congratulations to our winners for those keys, and hopefully we'll be giving away more in the near future. So hang tight for that, ladies and gentlemen. It's a hell of a good game. Definitely one of the show's favorites so far of the year. The contender for what we're going to be doing at the end of the year is our little awards thing we do. We're going to be doing that.
For our game of the year?
Yeah, and honestly, in my mind, they've already got my vote for game of the year, or on at least one of my votes for it. So,
It at
so
least
far,
has my multiplayer game of the year.
yeah, definitely.
I won't give it game of the year yet. It's still early.
Yeah, it's early, but for me, it's definitely the fun factor of that game is there, without a doubt. All right, guys, we're going to start off the show. Episode 12, The Console Wars. And the reason is that all over the internet I've been seeing this a lot. It's a huge debate on the console wars. Like, it's been going on for years, since Nintendo and Sega. And it drives me up a wall. I am not a fanboy for either system. I like all of them. If I could own an Xbox One with my PS4, I would in a heartbeat. I want Killzone, dang it. Not Killzone, Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct is what I want, and I can't get it on my PS4. I actually won my PS4 from Taco Bell. Thank you, Taco Bell. So I didn't have to buy that one either. But the console wars is annoying as hell. But what I did is I did a lot of research all this morning, actually, when I was supposed to be working on my real job. And I did a lot of research on the market, what the current market standing is between the consoles. Mind you, a lot of these numbers are not going to incorporate the PC side. Some of them do. I have one of them that does. The PC is actually the fourth console. It is legitimately Steam has made PCs a legitimate fourth console. So thank you, Steam. I know that
Steam saved the PC gaming market.
Yeah, Steam made the PC gaming market. It revitalized it. It was dying, and now it's back alive and well and actually thriving. All right, so what I have for you guys first, we're gonna run some numbers, and I want my hosts and me to talk about what we think about the console war, Why is it dumb? Why is it legitimate? What do we think? We'll go with that in a second. Okay, but the first thing up is a very reputable source. Did a lot of data crunching from all the reported sales from all the major companies. And the current standings when it comes to the three major consoles. This is just the three major consoles, home consoles, which is PS4, Wii U, and Xbox One. PS4 worldwide, this is worldwide numbers, not just US. Worldwide, PS4 now roughly holds 67% of the market.
Wow.
So if you have a question about who's winning right now, it's Sony. And this is the first time they've had this kind of lead. The PS3, they were a worldwide leader, but only by a small margin. When it was a PS3 and Xbox 360, 360 dominated the US market, hands down. But the PS3 actually dominated the world market. Right now, PS4 is holding 67% of that market, and that leaves 33% share between Xbox One and Wii U, and surprisingly, the Wii U is 2% behind Xbox One.
Interesting.
That's actually shocking for worldwide.
Yeah, absolutely. I would never think that the Wii U would even come close to comparing to the Xbox One.
The reason is
beyond
the Wii U is
performance.
actually the number 1 performing system in Japan.
Wow, really?
That actually doesn't surprise me. The
Right
local
behind,
advertising would be better for Nintendo.
right, PS4 is right behind it in Japan, very, very close.
But Nintendo's always been marketed for the younger generations and the younger kids. It's always been like the family-friendly unit, you know?
Very
I
much so.
can't help but think that that's a big part of that.
I also want to take a quick moment here to welcome our 5th host, you guys in the chat room. We are paying attention to chat. You'll see me often look over my other screen. That's because I'm reading chat. My fellow co-hosts, if you guys see something interesting in chat that's relevant to what we're talking about, feel free to bring it up.
Yep.
Just say who did it. All right, so when it comes to the U.S. market, the PS4 currently owns 56%. With
Wow,
the
only a
Xbox
little
One...
over half.
The Xbox One right behind it. The Wii
What do you
U
think
is far down the
causing
list.
that? What do you think is the reason behind that, though?
I think it's because of how the Xbox One marketed itself, honestly. I think it's because they marketed it as the multimedia system. They didn't ever they made the biggest mistake you can make in the game industry when they announced Xbox One saying, "Oh, we're all about entertainment, we're about this," and games wasn't on that list.
Yep.
PS4 went right out of the gate and said, "We are making a gaming system."
The other thing was there was a price difference of $100, if you remember.
That was a
And,
big factor.
And they dropped the, the video camera just to say that they could compete $100 cheaper with the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did do that recent price drop, which actually increased their sales margin by over 20% in the U.S.
Okay.
So that they're gaining right now on PS4 because of that.
That was a good move, then.
It was a brilliant move.
Smart.
Yeah.
Right.
We got lots of move ideas here at Ninja Monkeys, so if any of these companies really want to get a really good idea on how to gain a upper hand in the market, you talk to Joe the Widget Wilson.
You can sponsor the show.
I even didn't want to take just those sites and their word on it. I went to Forbes. Forbes, if you don't know, is a very, very well-known and reputable financial publication. One of the
Yeah, I
top
don't
in the
know.
world.
Don't
High-end
know how you
PC
went to
gaming,
Forbes.
and according to them, this is a quote directly from Forbes, today, high-end PC gaming accounts for about 20% of the overall market, which is huge compared to what it used to be.
Wow.
Back in 2012, it was about 8 or 9%. So it has had a giant increase over the last couple of years.
That's interesting.
Low-end
Well,
mobile gaming, I'm sorry?
Zephy in chat actually says the Wii U actually has games, at least right now, and it's also performing better than the two, with games consistently running at 60 frames per second at 1080p, even though the textures may not be comparable.
That's not
which is a very good
true.
point.
The Wii U does not run at true 1080.
Oh, so it's
It's 1080.
upscaled?
Yep, 1080 upscaled. At first, the PS4 was going to be the only true 1080p, but then Xbox One is now true 1080p as well. But according to Nintendo, and this is also a quote I remember from them, is that they never played a huge thought into graphics. It was all about the fun.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't make their systems for that, so they can cut down costs, make a cheaper system, so on and so forth.
No, they've always been like that with
yeah.
the original Wii, even with the GameCube. Well, the GameCube actually had a little advantage when it did come out, but I mean it lagged behind, but they still kept up with the Mario Party series and Mario.
Yeah.
What was it?
Super Smash.
Yeah, Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, they did a
When
really
it
good job.
when it comes, I didn't put this in the notes, but I also looked up third-party share, which is important for gaming. Nintendo only owns 5% third-party.
Mm.
Their numbers dropped on the Wii U to barely nothing. It's almost all first-party development now. PS4 owns 54% of that, with Xbox One right behind it, and that's because most companies nowadays are doing multi-platform and they're not doing exclusives anymore.
Yep.
So
Well,
the contracts.
do we know what the number one
market
selling
share.
game is on those platforms?
No, I didn't find that out
Okay.
right now. I wish I did though.
I'm assuming it's Call of Duty on both platforms, but
I would assume that too. Actually, I know that Xbox One had huge spikes in sales for that because of their. You see, the thing is, guys, when you see like exclusive content for like early releases of DLC, for instance, for Call of Duty on Xbox One, it's not because that company likes Xbox One more. It's because Microsoft threw money at them.
right.
It's a contract deal. That's all it is.
I thought it was Cubert.
All right, well, back to the overall numbers here. The low-end mobile gaming, which is your iPad, smartphone, that kind of thing, they account for currently 17% of the market, and they are growing rapidly. The remaining 63% of the market is the domain of the home console. And Forbes has also said that Sony is leading the final 63% share by a large margin.
Yeah, that's actually very interesting. I thought the mobile market might be a little bit bigger by now. I thought it might be slightly over 20%, but...
And I found a company who actually did a graph of this. It's hard to see, but it shows you the current system sales for the overall. The 3DS is by far the biggest winner when it comes to consoles. They actually put that in there at 83.7%.
That's because everyone has to play Pokemon.
51.5 million units sold.
Gotta catch them all.
The PS4 is behind that with 20.2 million, and the Xbox One at 11.6 million, with the Wii U at 9.3.
Is ColecoVision in there at all?
No.
Just checking.
That'd be
no,
awesome,
couldn't
but
go
no. Well, the mobile gaming is actually a part of that 17%, which includes the 3DS, that kind of thing. All right, so that is the current numbers for the systems. So what do you guys make of the console wars? Are people saying, oh, the Xbox One outsells everything, they're the best thing ever? We obviously have proof that it isn't, but I think for me personally, I think it's just because of bad marketing.
Yeah, bad marketing hurt it.
What do you guys think?
I feel like in the past it mattered a lot more. Nowadays it's all down to personal preference and what you like to do, what you like to play. I mean, in the past, the specific games only came out on specific consoles. Now it's kind of getting to the point where they come out on both consoles, the games that I really want to play at least. So that really doesn't affect my decision when looking to purchase a console.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I remember years ago, the main selling point for Xbox was Halo, and everyone wanted Xbox just because they wanted to play Halo. I never really grasped that because I never really liked Halo. But that was its main selling point. And now Halo's cross-platform, or it's going to be, with its new game.
Earwaxy in chat said Twitch CEO said consoles slowly going away. I have to highly disagree on that.
Yeah, consoles aren't going to go anywhere.
I do
I don't
think they're going to become more
going
unified.
away, but definitely PC sales are increasing exponentially.
Oh
so.
yeah, without a doubt.
Oh, the esports are making that thrive even more now because most of the esports games are all PC games.
Right.
And then a lot of companies, what people don't know is that in order to become more dominant in the PC market, they're actually putting most of their graphics towards CPU power and less towards the graphics card. So lower end machines can play their games at a decent rate. So you're seeing that a lot because obviously you buy an off-the-shelf PC, it's going to have a good processor but no graphics.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you're still able to play these games even without having a good graphics card in your machine. So it's actually becoming cheaper, and everyone has a PC nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
And
much.
yeah,
They've come to the point where they're affordable to the point of what a console would cost for a low-end gaming machine, low-end gaming PC. It costs
Yep.
about $400-500 for an entry-level PC, which is the starting price of the PS4 and the Xbox One. So
And then you hear the people complain about, oh, well, I got to upgrade again, and I got to upgrade pieces in a few years. It's like, yeah, so you got to upgrade your console in a few years too. Your point is.
but the possibility of being able to upgrade your PC is instead of having to buy a whole new piece, a whole new console. The possibility is there at least, as opposed to I need to throw this box out or trade it in for something new.
Yep.
yeah. I love the consoles.
Upgrade. That's the name of it.
I don't ever want my consoles to go away. I love my PS4, and I would love my Xbox One if I had it.
I'd love to be able to compare the two, but we don't have two to compare. So,
Right.
What could
I
we
don't have
do?
either one to compare. I have a PC.
Well, I did I did a lot of professional comparison reviews today, and a lot of them had the same thing to say that was quite interesting. A lot of professional gaming media, when they did a comparison between the PS4 and the Xbox One, were always like, okay, well, I own both, but I use my Xbox One for my Netflix and things of that nature, and I use my PS4 for my games.
I could see that because I think the Xbox One's more made for the entertainment side of things, like they originally advertised.
You asked the question between these two consoles, like what are the pros and cons earlier, and I didn't get a chance to touch base on it. But one thing I used to notice with the 360 and the PS3 is you would see the PS3, their online games, like they used to have like Team Fortress 2 for it. It was never updated. They never had like any server updates. Nothing was really being done with those online games. And you used to see it for the Black Ops. And you used to see Xbox 360, they put money into having those online things updated. You used to see those big differences. Now, I don't have either system, so I can't compare them. But that used to be a huge difference between those two systems.
But now not so much, you think?
I don't have either one, so maybe if they want to donate a game, a system to each one of us, maybe we can do a really good comparison and bring, yes, you the viewers, the true story behind both consoles. Hey, that just happened.
We do have a donate button down below.
Yeah, donate ahead. Gimbig in chat said, I don't personally see the point of having a console over a PC other than certain games not released on PC. That's kind of what I do with my PC as well, or my PS4. I have a couple of friends that only play consoles. I use that for them. I like playing first-person shooters on console. I love it on console. And that's where the competitive market is for when it comes to esports, is because consoles can't be manipulated for the advantage. Like in PC consoles, if you did a PC first-person shooter competition, who has the better mouse and keyboard for the best DPI and that kind of thing? That can't happen with a controller. So
Right.
it's a more of an even playing field, and I rather enjoy doing my controller on my front of my 52-inch TV, playing with my buddy on Call of Duty, more than I would like to do it on PC. But for most games, I do enjoy PC. And someone else in chat mentioned the fact that indies, the PC side of things is allowing indies to thrive, which I think is crucial. Indie
Yes.
development is becoming the way of gaming nowadays. In fact, I would say over 70% of the games being released are indie developed titles, and they're being more innovative and entertaining. A lot of them are gimmicked and they're copycats, like the whole the 50,000 Minecraft clones. Yeah, but there's a lot of them out there that are doing unique things that are becoming very popular. In fact, outselling the big box guys.
Oh, yeah. And I think it's just that we're in that time in the market. It's time for the new developers to come in. It's time for the old dogs to just kind of go off to the wayside and let the new people just take over the market for a little while.
It's definitely time for a new, fresh model because yes, I appreciate all the indie games. I play a lot of indie games. I enjoy them. They're cheap. They're fun. Their replayability is almost limitless. but they're flooding the market to the
They
point
are.
that I can't keep up with all these games. There's too many of them. I have to select, very few which ones I actually get to play, and the rest are just going to get swept under the rug. I'm not going to even notice.
I think
I'm
that
going to
they.
have to wait for the Steam summer sale and buy like 20 of them and let them sit in my inventory forever.
That's it. We're gonna do a website for indie development reviews only, and we're gonna sit there and just review a bunch of indies.
Mhm.
This is ones to buy. This ones to look up. You're right though. They need to have some kind of filtering system for that.
Yes.
Someone like Steam has to actually sit down, play the game, see if it's worth their time. There was a game I played at PAX Prime, or PAX East, I mean, that was the most god-awful game I've ever played. It was called Fleet, and they did it FL337. It was horrible.
I watched you play that game, by the way.
Yeah, you remember that one, Chuck?
Yeah, that was the side. Is that the side-scrolling one? Or
The pirate
show?
one? Yeah.
Yep, I remember that.
Oh my
I
God.
remember thinking to myself, my God, all he's doing is walking left and right, up and down, swinging things. Now you picked up a trident on that pirate ship, if I am correct.
No, it was just a sword. No trident.
I believe there was. That would change the whole dynamic of that game, just for the record.
Well, even the game we've been raving about a lot of indies lately. Let's look at the fact that we've raved about Besiege, phenomenal.
Yes.
The space program, phenomenal. Utheros is an indie. It's a bigger indie, but it's an indie, and their MMO is looking fantastic. I can't wait to find out more on that. There's even the games that we've been reviewed. Legend of Isenwald, yeah. There's a lot of
mention all the games that are going to be coming out because of the Unreal Engine that just was
Yes.
for free.
Yeah, that's
So,
Well,
going to be huge.
in the next few months to a year, you're going to see a lot of games built on the Unreal Engine that are going to
And better graphics.
Well, let's talk
Yeah.
engines for a second because honestly, with the Unreal 4 engine out, and then you got Unity, the Unity engine, which is I believe at 5.0 now, which is a massive engine that is used for many, many games out there.
Definitely for mobile
Those
market.
engines make it easier to produce games.
And what do they want? 5%? Isn't that what you were talking about a few episodes ago?
It's a low end cut,
5%
yeah.
to use.
I believe Unity does professional license. You have to actually buy a license to produce a game on it. But with Unreal 4 engine, it's a very small percentage, like you said, like 5 or 6%.
I believe it. Yeah, it's 5 or 6%, something like that.
Yeah.
Which is a great model. I mean, it entices you to go out there and sell something. If you know you're going to hit big though, and you want that extra 5 or 6%, buy the license and go with a different engine. If you have an idea that you know is gonna crank it out, I'd say go with the license.
I think they should do that more in life. 5%. You can use anything I have for 5%.
Yeah.
Fly my plane around the country for 5% of the fuel cost. Right? I mean, that'd be great. How many things would you do? I'd invent a cure for cancer.
Zelfie made a good point in chat as well. The indies out there, and that's funny, Chuck, but with indies out there, it's actually changing the way gaming companies are doing their marketing.
Yes.
They're relying on the fan base to do it, contacting predominant YouTubers, Twitch streamers to promote their game. Like, look at Wargaming. They're doing it brilliantly. They're saying, here's a bunch of keys, stream it, give them away, and as they're streaming it, they're showing off the game at the same time. It's a win-win. It's free, cheap marketing for them.
Yeah, Wargaming actually just had a promotion for World of Warplanes. If you shot down anyone from WGA or I want to say it was Team Special Forces while you were streaming, you got a bonus. You got 2 times the amount of gold bounty that was original. I think it was 300 originally for shooting one of them down and getting a screenshot. But if you were streaming, they're giving away 600. I think that promotion just ended, but that's what they were offering, and they were promoting through this contest, which is a fantastic idea.
Zephy, Unreal 4 engine just came out.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably thinking about the Unreal 3 engine.
Yeah, the Unreal 4 engine came out just before the consoles released, I believe.
Yeah, it's an amazing engine.
Well, I mean, if you think, like you said, he said Unreal 4 engine is affordable, but it's showing its age. If you look at Bethesda Studios, they use the Unreal Engine.
Mm-hmm.
They use for Fallout and
ESO.
Skyrim. Those are phenomenal games. You're talking
Great
about
games.
an outdated engine. Those are beautiful games. That is fantastic. So, and they're very smooth to play. I don't think it's showing its age at all.
All right, guys.
I love the Fallout series. One of the best series ever made. Would you agree, Joe?
No.
I don't know if I'd agree it's one of the best series ever made, but it's definitely a great series. I want an MMO for it, just like they made Elder Scrolls.
That would be great. That would be awesome.
Oh, well, to
And
see
then
what
Fallout.
Bethesda has to say about that in the near future, or ZeniMax. If they're making MMOs, ZeniMax probably wind up being the one doing it.
Yeah, probably.
But they have their hands full with ESO right now, which is cool because they've got the whole 1.6 release and everything, and they have the console version coming out soon.
That
July 17th, I think.
yeah.
All right, we're gonna
Wow.
go ahead and move on to some gaming news, guys. We've took up half the show already just talking about the console war. Halo Online was announced. The PC on version of Halo, but here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen, it's in Russia only.
Ain't that a kick in the butt?
They have no plans for Europe or United States right now, but it is possible.
Kind of like Call of Duty Online.
It's a free-to-play
It's online in
multiplayer.
I think it's a good market to start with. The Russian gaming market. They have a lot. I would say more than the United States. I don't know if they're necessarily better or more dedicated than.
The funny thing is, though, is that Xbox is dominant in the United States. And the fact that Halo outsold in the United States more than any other country, this really perplexes me.
Is it going to be Xbox only though?
It's actually PC.
Oh, it's PC Halo.
Mhm.
Okay. Got it.
Halo Online, and it's a
Because it's cold
free-to-play
in Russia
multiplayer.
and you can't leave the house. Is that why they play so many video games?
That's part of the
Probably.
reason. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure that's part of it.
Yeah, I think that's a
They're never
really
satellite.
bad call on Microsoft's spot, just doing it in Russia right now. All they're saying is that it's just not ruled out that America and Europe will get it, but they just don't have any plans for it right now. They're entering
look
closed beta this spring.
Wargaming, they always start everything out. I mean, yes, they are a Russian-based company, but they always start their tests out in Russia. They get it way before we do. So
That's true.
Oh yeah. That's
It
why they're
might-
so much better at it
It
than
might
us.
just be a decent model. It might just work. We'll see. We'll see the results as they come out.
Yeah.
We'll never know why. The KGB has their secrets.
All right.
talk about the KGB.
I got something for you, Mr. James.
Hey,
Evolve is releasing their 1.3 patch soon.
I know. I looked at that and I saw some of the awesome changes that they're coming out with, and it looks great. It's a lot of things that people in the community and on the forums have been asking for. I don't know if you read through them all, but
Yeah.
specifically the Wraith. The Wraith monster has been way overpowered, and they
Yes.
are nerfing the crap out of her, which is fantastic because this monster at stage 1 is not very effective at all, but it can run away so fast. Well, now they're giving the hunters an opportunity to catch it because they made her warp movement speed reduced by 25%, which is
That's
which is awesome.
significant.
That's a quarter of the movement speed. So that's amazing when it comes down to chasing down this super fast creature that once it gets to stage 2 and 3 will annihilate you. So it's definitely awesome. They decrease the duration of the supernova, which is when it gets close to you, it does a big explosion. Which is oh no, I'm sorry, no, when it gets close to you, it starts chopping you like crazy, and that's been reduced by 50%, which is great because that thing lasts way too long. You just had to stay away from it. So they added a lot of more stuff. I would recommend checking out the Evolve 1.3 patch notes and looking at it for yourself. If you are an Evolve player, the game has changed dramatically.
Yeah, they're making a lot of good improvements. I was looking at online about people with like 203 kill or 203 and 0 with the Wraith.
Right.
I'm thinking that's just
Right.
kind of ridiculous.
Right. Once you unlock the Wraith, you don't play as anything else because it's so overpowered at stage 2 and 3.
Now, we were watching the competitive play at PAX East, Joe and I.
Yeah.
And, Joe, you even made the comment, why are these guys not using the Wraith?
Yeah.
Do you know why in competitive play they weren't using that one?
Because it was
it
overpowered.
depends. Depends on the map, actually. Certain maps, the Kraken or the Goliath are actually better. I would say on...
They were only using the Goliath.
I would say on maybe that's the only one that they had available.
That's
But,
what I was
the
thinking.
Goliath is preferred for was it nest maps it's very effective and rescue maps because they're able to kill the survivors faster. So I prefer the Goliath on those stages, but the Kraken is great against defend because he could just sit back and toss ranged attacks nonstop. So they all have their pros and cons depending on the map. That's why you're able to switch between them when you're playing a full evacuation round.
I have yet to play that game, but I got to tell you, it's on my top 3 download games to play.
It's awesome. It's awesome. But if you're gonna get it, I recommend getting the season pass because at the end of this month they are releasing 4 new hunters and 1 new monster. And if you have the season pass or if you pre-ordered it, you will get those all for free.
This brings up something else I'm getting so tired of is a whole season pass DLC crap that they're pulling. So games went up costing double what they should. I know why they do it.
Yeah.
It's just it annoys the crap out of me. Look at
the season pass is $20. The game originally was $49.99 or $59.99, so it's not necessarily half. But no matter what comes out, though, all the new stuff that does come out, you are gonna get it, as opposed to having to pay $7.99 per hunter. So.
yeah, I know that's a
DLC
deal, but the
model,
thing is,
right.
though, James, you understand, is they already wrote that code into the game. They're just waiting to unlock it and to get more money out of the deal. Like, look at Call of Duty. These maps that are releasing in these 4 different DLCs they planned, they've already developed, and they're charging an additional $50 for this content that should have been a part of the game. So the game actually gets released at half mass of what it should have been, and then they charge you double to get the other half of it. It's just it's ridiculous at times, and I think EA is the biggest ripoff when it comes to that.
It all depends on the game. Personally, Evolve I think is worth it when it comes to it, but there's a lot of games that I don't buy into that. You're right. I'll just buy the base game because I know I'm only going to play it for a little bit, and then I won't buy any more. A bad example of that is actually I'm sorry. Well, a good example of what you're talking about is actually Spore. I've purchased Spore and all the creature packs and all the everything. I bought all the download content for it, and I regret every second of it. I should have played the base game first before downloading all the extra content, because the base game is only fun up to a certain point, and I'm just throw it away.
Yeah, that game was fun at the beginning, but crap at the end.
Yeah, I wasted a lot of money on that.
Speaking of marketing, they had Robin Williams try to play Spore when it first came out. Do you remember that a long time ago? And you want to talk about going viral. Like, that's good marketing right there.
Yeah, sure.
Other gaming news, Stephanie, our background employee, she put up a post here for us. YouTube is gunning for Twitch with gaming-focused overhaul. Google-owned video giant will reportedly announce a major gaming-focused overhaul of its live streaming platform at E3. Online video giant YouTube is planning to relaunch its dedicated live streaming platform to focus specifically on gaming and esports. In other words, they're trying to be another Twitch.
Right, and the note they say relaunch. They're doing it again. It's already available. You can already do it now, but they're going to just advertise it again, basically, and change a little bit the way it works. So.
Yeah. Last year, the Google-owned YouTube reportedly attempted to buy live streaming giant Twitch, but the deal ultimately fell through due to antitrust concerns. After that, online retail giant Amazon stepped in to buy the platform for nearly $1 billion.
Wow, that's great.
So the people who came up with Twitch are sitting happy.
Right, they are cashed out right now. I don't know if they still have any invested interest into the company, but Amazon is definitely a good company to take them over. I think they'll run it right. So.
Yeah.
I don't think Justin has an interest in the company anymore. I think he gave up on it. No, the original thing for Twitch TV was actually Justin.tv.
Justin TV.
Yep.
Justin TV.
Yeah, and he made it into Twitch TV,
Right.
and he closed down his part of it. I think he's done with it. So.
Well, I hope they change the support on it, because I'd like to really change my usernames.
All right, so we got another cool piece of hardware coming out. James, what about this augmented reality?
Oh my, we are going back in time. Augmented reality was something they talked about originally back in 2009, 2010, but they didn't actually do well with it until recently. Microsoft just announced last month that they are coming out with what's called the HoloLens. Now, what the HoloLens does, and this is right from the webpage, it seamlessly blends high-definition holograms, yes, holograms is what I said, with your real world. Holograms will improve the way you do things every day and enable you to do things you've never done before. In my honest opinion, augmented reality is going to be so much better than VR. We
And
have been
produce a
talking
lot
about
more
VR
crashes.
on every single episode, but being able to bring the video game into your reality is just taking it a step further than entering someone someone
I
else's
do have an
created
argument
reality.
with that, though, James. People play games to escape their reality,
Sure.
not add
Sure.
to it.
It depends on what you're trying to do. I mean, I've seen some videos out there where a game starts off and you are standing in your living room, right? And you press a button or you press a button in the air or wherever it is, and you start a game. A game starts in your living room. These little zombie skeletons come out of nowhere and you're actually shooting them, as they're attacking you in your living room.
Oh, that's what Nintendo's doing with the NX. Oh, there we go.
It might honestly be. It might be something more like that. But it's also the demo that they show was actually someone was using it to develop something for 3D printing. They were just developing it
Yes.
in this 3D environment. This lady was creating one of the quadcopters just out of nowhere, out of thin air, and they took that model that she created, put it into a 3D printer, printed it out, and the thing flew. After they put the motors and controls in it, but the thing flew, and it was fantastic. Just being able to sit there and I'm gonna do all this, and boom.
I have the video queued up if you want to play it.
Sure, let's roll that tape.
There you go.
Hey, punch.
Roll it.
Technology is all around us. We use it in every aspect of our lives. It enables us to do amazing things. But what if we could go further? What if we could go beyond the screen? Where your digital world is blended with your real world. Now we can. This is the world with holograms. What will they enable us to do? New ways to visualize our work.
I have an idea for the fuel tank.
New ways to share ideas with each other.
How are things going your end?
Okay, I gotta admit,
Just
that's
put
really
the images
cool.
in OneDrive.
Perfect.
Yeah, you just gotta see it to believe it.
More immersive ways to play. New ways to
They use
teach
Minecraft as
and
a
learn.
demo.
So put the new trap into place of the
Purchased
old
it for a
one,
reason.
Now what?
and tighten here and here.
New
I would
ways to
create my own
collaborate
trident.
and explore the places we've never been.
Look at this formation. Let's take a closer look.
Can we say the start of the holodeck?
Yes.
And new ways to create the things we imagine.
This would be a cool way to play chess.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because when you change the way you see the world, you can change the world you see.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
This is Microsoft HoloLens.
The thing gonna cost like freaking $600-700 when it launch or something.
I don't know if they even have a price tag on it yet. This is more of a demo piece. It will. They don't have a release date either that I've seen. I've been looking for something like this, but I mean, they're really taking a lot of technology and applying it to this system, and I don't know how far it's going to go. So we're just going to have to see about that. So that's the difference. Now VR is going in two different routes. It's augmented and virtual. So it's going to be up to personal preference what you want to do. Maybe you'll have both sets. Someone was saying in chat that our imaginations are always better than our reality. I agree, but if I can augment my own reality, I think that would be just as good. I can use my imagination to make my reality different. So.
We are living in a really cool time, that's for sure, with the advent of VR and augmented reality. That is definitely an interesting thing to see. I didn't know if I'd ever see it in my lifetime.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best. Like Justin was saying, playing chess, it would bring that to a whole new level. That'd be so much fun. Playing games like like Yu-Gi-Oh card game, you know, playing
Have your
Magic
Pokemon
card
even,
trading card game,
playing your
where,
your cards. Yeah.
where these cards come to life in front of you and perform the moves. That would just be fantastic to see.
It would be Magic mixed with the Yu-Gi-Oh card thingy.
Yes,
Oh my
like
god, I would
called
starve to death. I wouldn't eat for a week.
Holographic projector.
It would be like if a unicorn had like a mermaid riding on it with a trident.
With a truck. The Trident episode.
Oh dear God, you get stuck on one thing. That's it. It's done.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and talk about what we've been playing. Now I'm going to let Chuck kick it off this week.
You want me to kick it off? Well, before we do that, there's one other game I'm just really hyped about. I just want to let people know if that's okay. They got a new game for Dungeons & Dragons coming out. It's called the Sword Coast
I was
Legends.
actually going to get to that after this, but that's okay. We can do that now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, let me tell you about what I'm playing. I'm not really playing a lot of new games. I'm playing Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition. Still on that. I'm still playing 1.6, which is for ESO. A lot of fun going on. I think you and I have already talked about this, Joe, just how amazing 1.6 has been for all the different builds, and it's totally different game. People that haven't played this game for months and months are coming back to it. It's almost like the Catholic Church. Everybody's at home there, so it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We're seeing huge changes with the way that the Alliance versus Alliance stuff is happening in it right now, which is really interesting. Brotherhood of Redemption, the guild that we're both involved with, we were running the AVA campaign last night, and throw a big shout out to Baloney Bellini, who is a buddy of ours, who was leading the AVA charge last night, and we were learning that one of the big changes is now siege weapons are doing almost triple the damage they used to do, so you've got to play smarter out there now, which is really, really interesting.
Justin's in the guild too, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Justin.
Hi.
I didn't see you there. Have you been hiding?
No. No.
I'm
a perfectly sufficient sword healer.
And you're very good at it, too. I think you've saved my life many times.
Justin and I have been playing. We played some more Primal Hunter, the Hunter Primal, which it's ironic, Justin, is that when we go on the air and we live stream this game and we talk about, it'd be great if we had a melee weapon because we run out of ammo. What was the next update that occurred? We now got a machete. So we made some suggestions on our last stream, so let's see if they come true in a future update.
We haven't got to use the machete yet. We both haven't died yet.
True, we've actually survived, believe it or not.
Yeah. The machete overtook the bow and arrow starting weapon.
Yeah.
Every game needs a machete.
Machete. Chuck, is there anything else you've been playing, buddy? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, I've been hitting up the old Counter-Strike again. Yes, this
good old
guy
global
still
offense.
plays Counter-Strike. Loving Counter-Strike. Other than that, there's another game. It's new. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called World of Warships or something. I just downloaded it today.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of it.
Never heard of it?
I've heard of
Sounds
it.
interesting.
Oh.
I'm hoping to try this with these guys that I do this podcast on Wednesday with. I don't know if you know them. It should be very interesting when we get off this thing. I'm looking to hook up, play the game with you guys, and I'm pretty sure we'll have a great time with it.
They sound like special guys. Really, really special.
I can look at my notes right now and see that all three of us have already been playing Warships all week, so that's all on our list. World of Warships, still tier 5.
I have a tier 6 now at least. I haven't got to play it yet.
Yeah, I'm on the road to tier 7, but I'm tier 6 at the moment.
Yeah,
I don't cry, so.
The problem is I've been dying within 2 minutes of every match lately because I seem to be the one targeted by 15 ships all at once. I just got blown up by my own teammate who launched 7 torpedoes at a destroyer that was between him and me, not thinking about me. And as soon as that destroyer got out of the way, there's the torpedoes. I'm dead.
So you can kill your own team in
Yeah.
this game?
Yes.
You can.
You can do some major damage.
Oh, wow.
I got
Make
wiped
sure
out.
My mermaid doesn't crawl up on your deck.
Yeah.
So I got literally like
Those
3
dragons away
shots.
from me.
I got 3 shots on one guy. That's it. So I got no XP that match because this idiot decided to take me out. but it's been frustrating. But I still love the game, and I want to get back in it.
Yeah.
I just can't get the XP.
We got to think up some strategies for that game. I've got some ideas, so we got to toss them around after.
No, we are not using mermaids, and no tridents.
You just take he's like, you just take a trident and you put it to the bow.
Yeah, Navosi wants to summon a kraken to eat the ships, to just have him come in and eat the ships, and I'm with him on this.
Oh man, I've 2K had a huge sale on Twitch or not Twitch.
Twitch?
Gosh, Steam.
On Steam?
Yeah, it was a giant sell, and I went ahead and picked up the Borderlands pre-sequel pass for all their DLC. So my son and I have been playing a lot of that this week, getting back into it. We're playing the new Claptrap DLC where you're in the mine of Claptrap. It's really funky but fun. Yeah.
Love Borderlands, man. What a great game.
Yeah, I'm a Borderlands fan. I don't like the pre-sequel near as much as 1 and 2, but it's still a great game. And they introduced you to play as Claptrap, which I love. That's the redeeming factor of that game, is playing as Claptrap.
What a great name, Claptrap.
Right.
Speaking of Claptrap, who's next?
CLAPT. Justin, what's up, man? What have you been up to?
I've obviously been playing Warships in the Hunter Primal, but in the spirit of March Madness, because it's March Madness time for all you college basketball fans out there, and I actually don't know where my bracket's at right now. I haven't been able to update it in a few days, but sadly there's no college basketball games out anymore because NCAA doesn't sell their licenses anymore. So I've been playing NBA 2K15 instead to get my basketball fix, and it's been a lot of fun. And Chuck, you, I, and Joe should all play Counter-Strike Go together because we all three have it.
Yeah.
I know Joe has it because I got it for him.
Yep. Yeah, we're definitely going to make that a play date. James has a huge list of games he's been playing, so James, go ahead.
First off, I just wanted to let you know that I found Justin's bracket. It's right there. I have been playing, a bunch of different games, random games. I always play a bunch of games during the week. This week, I was getting into, in the spirit of Grand Theft Auto 5 being released next month on PC.
Yeah, we're gonna carjack someone.
On PC, we always, if you're a PC player, you always get the game late. You know, everyone else has already been playing it, so.
Years late.
April 15th, it's coming out. I have been playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I've been getting back into it, having a really good time, being a thug in the 90s. So.
Yeah. I do. I think Grand Theft Auto is one of my guilty pleasures.
Sure. You get to live by. You get to be a criminal. You get to be a criminal.
Yeah.
For once, you know, as opposed to being the good guy all the time.
And Grand Theft Auto 5 is really good, actually.
Yeah, 5. I am looking forward to playing it. I pre-ordered it, so I'm going to get 1.3 million in-game dollars before it
That'll
comes
be
out,
useful.
plus an extra 300,000. So I'm going to be playing the stock market like crazy on day one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look for the richest player on the server. It's going to be this guy. So.
What's your handle going to be? Dollar bills?
Yeah. It's probably going to be Jam Evil.
Yeah, I was going to throw that out there as a wild guess.
Yeah, but I've also been playing, as always, Kerbal Space Program. I've been working really hard. It's not finished yet on creating a Kerbal helicopter with stock parts. So it's really
helicopter?
a Kerbal helicopter. Yes, it's really, really difficult because they do not provide you with any sort of rotational device or any kind of part like that'll add the spin. So you have to be very crafty, and I think I have it down to a science now, and I may or may not have a clip for you next week. So
nice.
Stay tuned for that. But I was on vacation last week. If you watched last week's episode, you had that whole house full of crazy people. Yes, I was on vacation, and we were playing Day of Defeat Source on a LAN party. When was the last time anyone participated in a really good LAN party?
Yeah, years.
Right?
Yeah, it would have been years ago.
I love Day of Defeat, man. That's a fun game.
Day of Defeat Source. We were playing it normal for a while, and then someone brought up hey, why don't we play gun game mode? So for the rest of the week, we were doing gun game, and that's a nice throwback. I love I love just, running around and killing everyone and leveling up your guns and trying to get to the end. So lots of fun, lots of fun. If you have never played Day of Defeat Source and you own Half-Life 2 or any kind of Source mod, download it. Try it out. It's a lot of fun. There's still a lot of servers up. So we already talked about World of Warships. Fantastic. And I've been playing a lot of Donkey Kong Country with my buddy James. So
I love that game.
We primarily do it because we're recording videos and having a good time with that. But I am an SNES, which is Super Nintendo Entertainment System, nerd. I absolutely love every game for Super Nintendo.
I hear you, buddy. Big
I
NES jumpy
absolutely
too.
love it. So, yep, Donkey Kong Country. We're almost done with the game. Maybe 2 more stages left, and we're done. So
Nice. I can show you guys how to get 101%.
101%. That's like 1% more than possible.
You would think. You would think.
But that's all I've been playing for this week. So
Nice. That's all you've been playing? More than me. Well, we I know last week we said that we were gonna do Life is Feudal review this week. Jess and I have both not played it enough to warrant a review. So we're gonna try for next episode Life is Feudal review.
It's too in depth.
It is in depth.
Do a review in a week.
So we need another week, at least. So hopefully we'll get to that in a little bit. All right, but my next order of business is what Chuck jumped the gun on.
I started the race a little bit early on that one. I apologize.
Sword Coast Legends. What's this about?
Oh, man, I wish I could tell you more about what it's about. I can only tell you what people have been writing about because I want to try this game more than anything else. For those that you understand, we went to PAX, both Joe and I, just recently, and we met a buddy of ours named John, a.k.a. the quickest kick of the bunch, and he turned us on to the original notion that this game is coming out. So Sword Coast Legends is basically the newest installment of a D&D type of game that's going to be out on Steam. At some point, they're looking at around this summer. Now, this game is going to be a little bit different than any other D&D game because what they're going to allow you to do is basically have anybody DM create an open map and put 4 people from anywhere on the world connected through the internet to be able to play a D&D game together using some of the most recent up-to-date rules in the Forgotten Realm era. So for those of you that are D&D geeks out there that have enjoyed the Baldur's Gate series or Icewind Dales, which I'm playing right now, this is the game for you. This is going to apparently revolutionize all of those Dungeons and Dragons games out there. You're literally going to be able to DM and drop monsters right in that screen, right on the map, and just kind of whack away at them with swords and spells and whatever it is you're looking to do. So really looking forward to see this. They're predicting it's going to be a $29.99 game to start out. Can't wait to test it or to see it. Anything we could do to get this early would be
Are they
great.
backed by Wizards of the Coast?
They are actually. They're going to be backed by the publishers Digital Extremes and In Space, who I'm not familiar with In Space, but Digital Extremes has made a good number of games.
I'm just wondering if they have the license from Wizards of the Coast, though.
Wizards of the Coast got bought out quite some time ago by who does Magic?
It was bought out by Mattel, wasn't it? Mattel Toys?
It might have been Mattel. Yep.
Well, they're going to need that license or they can get in trouble.
those though.
Yeah, it's still all part of Wizards of the Coast.
But that does sound like an awesome game. We have to keep an eye on that. What was it again? It was Sword Coast Legends?
Sword Coast Legends. So, yeah, it'll be just like it. It looks a lot like the Baldur's Gate's Icewind Dales, where you click and move and you put your actions down and in real time. So, dungeon masters will be able to drop stuff in there, and you're just kind of playing out the map as things go. Should be pretty interesting.
Oh, I might have a video to show you on this.
Ooh.
How cool would that be?
I hope it's of an owl bear with a trident.
Oral-B presents an electric toothbrush so powerful.
A
Or it might
trident
be a
could probably
monkey
take
with
down an
one.
owl bear in one shot.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and do what now, James?
I believe we're going to roll the tape.
Rolling the tape. With hopefully audio. Here we go.